Hello, and welcome to one of the finest Valentine presents that anyone has ever received in the history of their life. This true gem is the DVD plus digital, as you can see there, and it's the Mill Creek 50, yes, Mill Creek 50 movie collection. That means that there's 50 movies in there. 50 movies. That's 50 nights, or 25 nights if you watch 2 every night. Now this is, as you can see, this has come direct, hot foot, from Mill Creek in America. And you've got Vincent Price there, which I think is from The Tingler. But looking at the kind of the age and the sunburn on his face and everything like this, I don't want to appear too Anaraki. But I think it's either The Tingler or The House on Haunted Hill. It's one of those two type films. So you've got that one. I mean, it's quite... Neither of those films are in this set, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. This one here, now this is Dracula and his Satanic Brides, or also known as Dracula, the Satanic Rites of Dracula. That's in here. Then we've got a very, very stylish spine, which shows Christopher Lee there in full Dracula mode. From the film that's included, which is the Satanic Rites of Dracula, as I just said. I don't know if that's from that. I think it might be the bit where he goes, "You!" straight after Peter Cushing has said, "You are Count Dracula." Now, the films in here are quite varied and interesting, but this one here, the Satanic Rites of Dracula, it raises a whole load of different plot points. And one of the questions about this was, why does his arch enemy Van Helsing have a picture of him hung up in his office? Why does Dracula, who hates Van Helsing with a burning passion, want to have his granddaughter as his bride? Because, as Tara said, I mean, there would be like Christmas dinners and family meals and stuff like that, which would always be difficult. Because they'd have to go and keep seeing him. And I don't think he'd be popping around to Van Helsing Towers to sign the huge framed picture that Van Helsing's got of him in his living room. I don't know quite why you'd have a picture of your worst enemy in your living room hung up. Anyway. This, on the back of this film, you've got the B-movie bonanza in 50. Yes, 50. Do please let me know. Drive-In Massacre from 1971. Evel Knievel, which is kind of a gem, starring George Hamilton as Evel Knievel. Giants of Rome, Future Hunters, Hands of Steel, Hercules Against the Moon Men, Hercules in the Haunted World. So that'll be good for a Hercules double bill, because obviously there's 2 of them, so that would be a double bill. House on Haunted Hill, that was probably, that's probably what that picture's from then. That's interesting. That picture there, as I'm not sure if I mentioned, but that one there is from the publicity art of the film called The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. I bet that's cheered your entire day up. Also, we've got Incident on a Dark Street, Katie's Passion, Laser Mission, Legacy of Blood, and Manos, The Hands of Fate. And a film here called Marahumahunu, I just can't pronounce it, but it's that one there. Mesmerise, and the British comedy called Morons from Outer Space with Jimmy Nail, Griff Rhys-Jones and Mel Smith. Slipstream's on here, which is a great underrated science fiction, well, I think it's great underrated science fiction romp from the late 1980s, 1989, called Slipstream, which stars Mark Hamill and Bill Paxton. We've got Test Tube Babies, we've got The Terror, and one of the finest films ever committed to celluloid is The Terror of Tiny Town. The good thing with this is we've got instant access to all 50 films, and you've got a redeemable there, all that sort of thing. Okay, so this, as I say, this was a present from my beautiful girl. I'm really, really impressed with it. Loads of films to watch, and tonight's film was Dracula and his Vampire Bride, in case you hadn't guessed. That's also known as The Vampire, and is also, it's Christopher Lee as a vampire, and he goes around biting people. It's interesting with a lot of the prints on these, they are very much the grim and gritty basic sort of prints. They've not been tarted up, they've not been CGI'd increased. No Blu-ray has been shined towards them or anything like that. These are pure, uncut, and as they were served up at the cinema during the 1950s, 60s and 70s. So if you like your films down and dirty, apart from, obviously, that one there, which we, goodness knows what that says, this 50 movie collection